what's up, everybody? True Boxing here, and thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing a what's next on John Ryder, the now former two-time world title challenger, following his 12-round unanimous decision loss to Canelo Alvarez, where Canelo put him down, kind of beat him up in that fight as he challenged for the undisputed super middleweight title at 168 and came up short against Canelo. But, you know, he showed a lot of heart. He showed that, you know, he's tough as nails. But, you know, he fought one of the best fighters in the world, one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. And shouldn't be any kind of a surprise that he came up short. But, you know, again, much props to John Ryder in that performance. But now the big question is, what's next for John Ryder? You know, he's an older guy. I think he's like 34, you know. And is he going to make one last run? And I think he should, because now that he fought Canelo, you know, he's going to have that burn on his name of like, hey, younger guys and guys that he can make money against are going to want to fight him now just because he was in the ring with Canelo. So that always has that kind of lasting effect, and he can make a lot of money. So, and John Ryder's a solid guy. I really think he could compete against, you know, some of the top guys for the title when the division turns over, because Canelo and guys like David Benavidez, they're either going to retire at some point or they're going to move up in weight at some point, and this division is going to be open. So let's run through the top 10 that I got. There were the top 10 coming into the year. Might add a couple guys if they've moved in or not, and see what's possible for John Ryder moving forward following this loss. Now, first up, you know, a rematch with Canelo is not going to be there, so we can cancel that out. Then a showdown with David Benavidez. Not likely. Benavidez is not going to want to fight a guy that just fought Canelo unless Benavidez wanted to make a deal with Ryder to try to top what Canelo just did. But I think Benavidez has options with the PBC to where he wouldn't have to cross the street to face a guy like Ryder. Plus, I think a lot of people are going to look at it like, what's the point? You know, if Canelo moves on and fights Dimitri Bivol, then Benavidez is going to have options. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards the less likely that Ryder would be an option. Then you got Caleb Plant, the former champion. Would be an interesting fight. They're both coming off of losses, but I really believe Caleb Plant stays within the PBC when he does return. He might not even fight the remainder of the year. And, you know, they're both coming off losses, maybe, but I think Plant would rather stay within his promotion, make a fight that is more suitable to him. And maybe John Ryder, it would be interesting, but I'm leaning towards the less likely that it happens. Daniel Jacobs, a rematch. Maybe Daniel Jacobs would want to, you know, if he gets his ass back in the ring in the first half of this year finally and shakes off the rest, maybe he'd want to say, hey, I'll fight John Ryder again just to prove I'm still in it and I want to get my revenge on him from the loss that he suffered last year. I think that's a fight that John Ryder would definitely want, but we don't know where Daniel Jacobs' head is and how interested in boxing he is anymore. So I'm leaning towards the less likely that can happen, just because I'm not sure Danny Jacobs is really into it anymore. Then we look at David Morrell, the WBA regular champion. You know, I like Morrell, but it's a crossing the street type fight, and I don't see Morrell and John Ryder coming together. Maybe. I think John Ryder would be down to fight him because he'd be able to challenge for a title, but I don't know if Morrell and the PBC are going to want to go after a guy in another promotion. They might, but they would have to have it on their terms, and I'm not sure Eddie Hearn and Matchroom would agree to that, so we'll see. You got Demetrius Andrade. Not seeing this one either. Andrade is with the PBC now. I think the PBC is going to try to keep him fighting PBC guys, and I don't see Ryder and Andrade coming together. Outside possibility, but I'm leaning towards the less likely. Vladimir Shishkin, another PBC guy, not likely. He's in line to fight in a IBF final eliminator or for the interim title. I think because he is with the PBC, he'll probably get a PBC guy next. So I don't see him and Ryder coming together. Anthony Durrell, another PBC guy, not likely. Maybe they could lure him over to Showtime and fight, but I'm not seeing it. And then Edgar Berlanga. This one could happen. Berlanga is coming back, and he's fighting for DAZN and Matchroom for his first time in June. And after that, Berlanga might be like, hey, I want to fight Canelo. So I'll fight John Ryder by the end of the year. I think that is a possibility for sure, that it could be him. So there's that. And then if Jaime Munguia wants to move up and wait and explore his options at 168, I think Munguia could be an option too. So John Ryder will have options going forward, maybe even Billy Joe Saunders at some point. But I don't know how many top 10 guys would be available as of right now. Maybe he just wants to come back and shake off the rust, or maybe he wants to go back in against a big name opponent like a Berlanga or somebody along those levels. But John Ryder definitely has some street cred now. People will be willing to fight him, if anything, to look at him as a stepping stone in order for them to land a bigger fight or a title shot down the line. So John Ryder, nothing to hang his head about after losing to Canelo. That's his What's Next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing.